Good afternoon. Welcome to my live stream. So this is my first time coming live on YouTube. I'm currently in my office. Hello, good afternoon. So, how do you handle domestic abuse in a relationship or in marriage? How do you handle domestic abuse in a relationship or in marriage? Hi, my name is Mabel. Sapphire. Welcome to my live stream. Oh wow. Hi, welcome to my live stream. My name is Mabel. So how do you want us to have a discussion? How do you handle domestic abuse in relationship and marriage? Let's discuss. I'm actually in my office. Please comment where you're watching from. Thank you. Comment where you're watching from. I'm in my office. somebody who is going through domestic abuse, what's your advice? How can somebody handle domestic abuse? Hi, welcome to my live stream. Comment where you're watching from. Hello. Hello. Hey, Yura. Thank you for joining my live stream. This is actually my first time doing live stream on YouTube, and I would like to meet all of you. Thank you for joining. So I have an important discussion that I want us to talk about. How does someone handle domestic abuse in a relationship? How does somebody handle domestic abuse in a relationship? So if somebody is going through it, what would you advise the person to do? Because it's something that is very prominent in our society. Sometimes it can actually be from a neighbor, like it can be that somebody maybe your neighbor might be going through it. Can be from maybe can be maybe our brothers or sisters, because actually men and women go through domestic abuse, so it's not pertinent to one particular gender. Okay. Yes, actually some partners might not physically hit the person. Sometimes they can do it verbally, verbal abuse. Some will not touch you, but they will use words, verbal abuse. Exactly. Exactly. That one is so rampant, like verbal abuse is so rampant, especially in relationship. And I think what that does is it helps to um, most of the times this verbal abuse tends to make the other partner who is going through it will sometimes they want to make sure that they diminish the person's light and bring down the person's self-esteem. It's very terrifying. Oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. It's really deep, because sometimes things when somebody is going through it can be very, very traumatizing. You can see somebody just think like you know yourself worth. You begin to question yourself like, are you sure I'm not the one who is the problem in this relationship? Please, you're free to comment your opinion. Sometimes you begin to question your worth. Are you sure I'm not the problem in this relationship? Begin to question yourself, and sometimes you will not be able to fully exercise your potentials because it diminishes somebody's light and self-esteem. When somebody keeps you in their house and constantly tell you abusive words, use all sorts of insults on you, tell you that you're good for nothing, that you cannot do anything right, begin to question your self-esteem. Exactly. If the person's partner is understanding, you can speak to your partner calmly, but some person do that out of stress or something. Yes, especially men. Most times men do it out of, let's say 50% out of stress, especially when they're going through financial stress. I'm telling you, they'll make you begin to question your value. I'm telling you. begin to wonder like, are you sure I'm not the problem? I'm telling you, it's not easy at all. It's not easy. The verbal one is very rampant. Verbal abuse is the worst case scenario. How are you doing, Eyura? Which part of, are you a Nigerian? Which part of Nigeria are you from? But if someone is married to such a man, what can the person do? I mean, it's not easy. I'm telling you, it's not easy at all. Oh, Anambra State. Oh, okay. You're in Anambra State. Okay. If somebody is married to that kind of person, love it, love it. You need to stand so I'll forward it to the man. You will sit. If somebody is married to that kind of person, it's not easy. It's not easy living with an abuser. So it's not easy living with an abuser. Because it's very rampant in relationship and marriage. So even me, I want to learn. Because most people will tell you the verbal one is the one you can actually manage. But it's not easy at all. It's not easy. Most people who do that, most of them are narcissists. Most partners who verbally abuse people like that, they are narcissists. Because mental health, yes. Because verbal abuse in relationship, it really affects someone's mental health. If the person is coming from an already existing, maybe the person had worse situations or past relationship, or coming from a very terrible background, or if the person have issues before that have not been treated, or the person if the person has something like that is dealing with before, and you now get married and your partner is such a person who abuses you verbally, this relationship issue is not all about when the person is punching you, using you as a punching bag, or it can actually be when the person verbally abuses you. That one is the worst case scenario. It's very rampant in a relationship because number one, it affects your mental health. It even limits your self-esteem. Here you are with the phone there. Just send it to Belizima, that man. Just send it to the man. That thing you scan. So it helps you makes you begin to question your worth, your self-esteem. You begin to question your value. Is if you're if the person, if you're dating someone, you can easily spot it and try correcting the person. But if the person doesn't want to change, I'm not going to do mental health. Yes, what if you are married to the person? Of course, if you're dating somebody and the person is verbally abusing you, you will stay in that relationship. Of course, you have, in fact, you can even cut off from that person. But we're talking about marriage. You're married, you're in that relationship, you had like 3 children for this person, 4 children for this person, and this person verbally abuses you at every given opportunity. I mean, both ways. Women can be abused in relationship, men can also be abused. I'm talking about gender. I'm talking about generally. I'm not being specific here. So now, if your partner is such a person that does that, and you're already married to the person, verbal abuse, that one is a very difficult situation because you already have children. Do you separate from the person? Because most people will tell you, he's not beating you now. When he's not even beating you, how do you want to? Really, sometimes you might not see it when you're dating somebody. Some people can go to the extent of concealing their bad behavior, concealing it. All the while you're dating them, you won't see all those things. I haven't seen where people try to hide their character. Yes, because if most, although, let's say, maybe probably 30% of some people, they can actually see the red flags, and because of out of they are blinded by love or whatever, they decide to stick with that person, thinking, oh, I'm going to change this person. When I get married to this person, I'll change this person. It doesn't work that way, because it is only an individual who loves you truly that will say, okay, I want to change because of this person. That is a person that can truly change. You cannot change anybody. So in a relationship, when you're dating somebody can actually conceal their real behavior if they really want. If somebody decides that I want to marry this person, and he's an abuser, he can conceal it from you that you won't even know he's an abuser until when he now marries you and puts you under his roof, you begin to see the other side. Some of them will even wait until you start having children. By the time you now have children, you begin to see the other side of them. And this person is probably somebody that treats you like an egg, that never allows you to stress, that can give you their last card. They are all loving and kind when you were dating. They go out of their way, pick you up from work, buy you the nicest things. They wake up in the morning, they text you very nice and loving, romantic messages. And then, immediately you marry, they call you every day. But when you marry them and they just see that you start having children from them, they change, they switch, and begin to show you the other side of them. Some of them will even immediately marry them. Just give them like 3 months, they begin to show you the other side of them. They'll stop calling you, they'll stop texting you as they were doing. Sometimes the way somebody treats you in a relationship can make you actually begin to expect so much that, when I get married to this person, this person is going to treat me like an egg, this person is going to do this for me, and I think I found the right person. You'll be having so much expectations. So by the time you now settle with this person, after a while, you begin to see the other side of them. That's why I say, as a person, people don't change. People don't change. Do you know what happens? At a time, they get tired of hiding their true color, their true identity. They begin to show you their true self. especially when they begin to get relaxed, more comfortable with you. When they begin to get more comfortable with you, they start showing you their true color. But when they are from a distance, maybe when you're still in a distance, because you're not staying with that person, because they don't see you every day, when they see you, they try to show you the good side of them. But when they marry you, or maybe friendship and all of that, you start living together in an apartment, start having children, start doing things together, they begin to show you the other side, the true color. It's not like they change. People don't change. A good person is a good person. A bad person is a bad person. Although sometimes circumstances can make somebody to change and begin to act some type of thing, maybe due to bad experience that they've had previously. But I feel like, personally, if the person doesn't want to change, I feel, yes, exactly. So people don't really change. What people do is they just start getting tired of hiding who they are, and they begin to show you their true identity. Separation is true. Yes, you can separate from the person, give space. Exactly. That's why it's good to have something doing, so that when things like this happen, yes, exactly. You see, you cannot even go into marriage without having something you're doing. It's very paramount. You can't even go into a relationship, as a woman or as a man who is going to into marriage, and you don't have anything you're doing. Oh, you have a lot of things coming your way. Because marriage is an institution where anything can happen. Anything can happen. What do you fall back on? What do you fall back on when things begin to go left? If you don't have something you're doing, maybe a trade, business, handwork or something, it is actually that thing you have doing, especially in money, that will help you to be able to have plan B in case things begin to go left. What if the partner begins to get nasty? Talking about separation, if you separate, you can actually, I think you having your own money is very important in a relationship, because yes, by the time you separate, like you won't say because it's because of money that you don't have money, that you're now taking some kind of things from the person. So you can still separate from the person and still feel comfortable, like you can feel comfortable to separate from the person and still take care of yourself. Exactly, both parties should be up and doing. Yes, because a lot of people are in an abusive relationship because of the fact that they don't have, especially ladies, they don't have money, finances. So because when you separate from an abusive partner, it stops giving you money. It stops. A lot of them will stop giving you money. So how do you maintain your life? How do you take care of yourself? Is if you have something you do that is giving you money. For the meantime, you can be able to get an apartment, a separate apartment, or move to your parents' house. You can move to your parents' house if you're not comfortable going to your parents' house. Yes, it's actually, yes. Or you can now rent an apartment, stay there for the meantime, maybe with your kids, and then keep going until the other party gets better, understands that, or make decision if they still want to be in a relationship, or if they still want to continue being nasty. So a lot of people actually are still in a relationship where they are being abused, tolerating it because of lack of finance, because they know that if they separate from this person, they won't be able to maintain, or they won't be able to be comfortable. So hence they'll see in that relationship will be taking all sort of abuse. That is why it's very important for a lady, a woman, to have something you are doing, source of income. Either you are working, or you have a business, or you have handwork like skill, or you just have something you're doing. You cannot just carry your bag and go into marriage. There should be something you fall back on. I have seen ladies where in marriages where this the man married his wife, and all the monies and all the what's it called? The wife was a full housewife. This man started keeping secrets. When they got married, they opened the joint account, and everything was going on well. The lady was working. At the time, the man said, "No, I don't want you to work again. Just stay in the house and be taking care of the kids," because they start having kids. And then before you know it, this man already has a business. He has a business. He had money, had the business. And when they got married, they opened joint accounts where they were saving up money before they started having children. So he told her, "Oh, stay in the house, start taking care of the children." And then this man blossomed, had a company, started running a company. The company blossomed, flourished, and money started coming. This man stopped putting money in the joint account. So the only money that this lady can actually give account of is the money that they saved last in the joint account. Now, every other thing the man has, this man concealed it from this woman. You know why? Because he started dating his secretary. He and the secretary started dating. This man has like about 5 houses he bought. These 5 houses he bought, the documents of these houses are in care of the secretary in the office. In care of his secretary in the office. After a long time, this man got married to the secretary. Got married, the secretary started having children. So this man bought another house and moved in with the secretary. And the man fell ill and died. When this man died, the secretary took all these belongings she refused to bring out the documents of the houses. Of course, the first wife doesn't know anything, like she was in the dark of all the things the man had. She just knew that her husband is very rich and has all these things. Like she knows that, oh, my husband has this, he has that, but where are the documents? The documents are with the other woman. Till today, they are still in court over this issue, over administration issue till today. Even to even get the bank to give her the monies that was about let's say about 8,500,000 that is in this joint account she and the husband saved was a problem. She's still running up and down trying to get an administration, because you know what, the other family, the other woman, I think they put a caveat on whatever is the administration or something. So she's finding it difficult to even go to the bank and get the right document to go and take the money in that joint account. You see, so it can be very, very funny. And she has 4 children. The woman is in a very, very difficult situation right now, because this man literally deceived her and told her, stay in the house, be a housewife. I don't want to stress yourself. Just be in the house, be taking care of my children. I don't want you to stress yourself. And she believed him and stayed in the house. So you see, he's very, very, he's somebody I know very well. She's still running up and down trying to, as in even to feed is a problem. Like she and her children are feeding from hands to mouth. So that is what happened in marriage. But if she had her own thing, she's doing, how would you even take that kind of thing? Like somebody got married to you, before you know it, got married to the secretary. If she had something she was doing and that thing is actually fetching her money, she has her own money. Of course, I'm still saying in my full chest, a lot of women today are taking a lot of bullshit in marriage, a lot of nonsense in marriage, because of the fact that they don't have their own money to be able to afford to be comfortable if they leave that marriage. That's why they're still taking some kind of thing. So when things like this happens, so even if, because imagine when you're with that kind of a partner and you now have like 3 or 4 children and you want to separate, you don't have any source of income. Now you move back to the village with your children, you stop giving you money. What do you do in that kind of situation? You start sending you money even to maintain the kids. And most of the times, men who behave like that are men who cheats. There's actually someone playing drum for them outside. They are still dancing to the rhythm of the drum somebody is beating for them outside. So it's not easy at all. Yes, it's true. Majority of partners who do this to their partners, there's somebody outside who is deceiving them. So it's very important just for the woman, if you're going into marriage, it's not even easy just doing 96 job. This is not even about 96 job. You need to do something that's sustainable. I feel every woman should have skill, should have something, a trade, like a skill that is currently fetching them money. Either you're learning hairdressing, makeup, something that you can fall back on. Because a lot of people went into marriage with high expectations. If people begin to tell you what they see in marriage, sometimes it can even be that you're doing very well as a single girl, living your life, doing very well as a single girl, doing extremely well as a single girl. You now marry a partner. Yes, online business, ship dropping. You see, I've seen a lot of single girls who were doing so well, excellently well, as single ladies or as single men. Immediately they got into relationship into marriage. All the money they had, it went. You see that they start borrowing the money from you. Yes, exactly. Creating content, yes. A lot of things that somebody can do now. Yes. So, a lot of things. You have money as a single girl. When they want to come and marry you, they'll sweet mouth you, they'll show you a lot of love. You bring out all your money, you start spending. Of course, I'm married now. When they spend, you start spending your money, they'll start. So then immediately they see that you have money. Oh my God. They start telling you that they have this problem, they have that problem. They borrow me this money, borrow me money. Borrow me 5 million, borrow me 10 million, borrow me 2 million. You start borrowing money from you. You say, okay, he's my husband, let me borrow him. You borrow your money, they don't give you back. Before you know, all the money you made as a single girl is gone. It's gone. And a lot of partners, when they borrow money from you as their wife, when they borrow your money, they don't give you back. A lot of partners are like that. They will borrow money from you, but they won't give you back. And I don't know why. Yes, marriage can actually do that. Can actually make somebody. Amen. You have to, this generation, you have to do your eye like this. Shine your eyes. Shine your eyes before you start talking about marriage. Scrutinize the man very well. Be very sure of him. Make sure he has something he is doing. Something he is doing. giving him that is comfortable, not somebody that is just living life from scratch. You go scratch your eye with papa. Somebody that is living life from the scratch. You need to make sure that the person has something in his swing. Either he has a bosomy business. Yeah, so I'm telling you, once you build life from the scratch in this generation, we boys eye dey chew. You go scratch your eye with papa. So this time around, this is not easy. Things are happening. The other one, but they have to really open their eyes up. It's spell, my dear. So that is it. So these are some of the experiences people go through in relationship and in marriage. And some people, they see all these red flags even in relationship, they'll still go ahead and jump into marriage with the person. You are seeing that this person has a lot of red flags. You jump into marriage, he's going to change. They don't change in marriage. They amplify whatever people don't change in marriage. They amplify whatever character they have. If it's somebody that smokes in marriage, if he smokes one stick in relationship, in marriage he will smoke 3 packs. So marriage doesn't change people. People don't change in marriage. They amplify bad behavior that they have. Because they feel like, I already have you now, I've married you. I'm not trying to impress you anymore. So they begin to show you the other side of them. Yeah, so that's why marry your friend. Make sure you know the person. Make sure you know the person. I'm telling you. Marry your friend. Know the person. Above all, marry a partner that when he is wrong, you can say sorry. There are some men who don't know how to say sorry. Even if you could go hand on, even if you hold them on their neck, some partners don't know how to say sorry. There are people who are very compassionate and loving. When they offend you, they'll tell you that they are sorry and they mean it. While some people, they don't say sorry. So I feel like in all of this, going back to what you're saying, so when the oral abuse, the verbal abuse becomes so much, the person can separate, just like as you said. Separate from the person. Be on your own. Let the person understand that, okay, do I still want to be with this person? It will even give you space to think about the person very much. I'm telling you. Yes. Because I've seen a lot of people that, like, when they finally separate from their partner, they begin to do better than the way in the relationship. You have your sense of reasoning. Marriage, you won't be thinking straight until you separate from that person. Then you begin to understand yourself better. You begin to see things clearly. Then you now take rational. You now take best decision for your life. sometimes at the end of the day, you might separate from the person and you don't want to go back to the person because you begin to see, I deserve better. Yes, I can be treated better. I deserve better. I can be treated better. Yes, that is it. Yeah. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you anyway. Yeah, yeah. No problem. I understand what you said. I understand what you mean. Thank you. I really appreciate you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you. One love. And for staying through this life. Thank you so much. So I'm going to come live next time. And I hope you're going to join me while I bring another exciting topic. Today was actually my first time of joining YouTube live, and I'm going to be doing live more often. Thank you so much. So, yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, that's it. Thank you so much, and see you on another one. Bye. Take care. Bye. Thank you so much. Nice meeting you too. Oh, don't worry. I'll so let me kindly drop your hand so that I'll follow you back. I'll subscribe to your channel too. Thank you so much. Thank you.